Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi. So today we're talking challenges that men have in their marriage. A woman's perspective, of course. Like you know, I'm a men coach and I have lots of data when it comes to experiences that men have and have had. And trust me, the men conversation is a largely underserved, undeveloped market area because I don't know why we think that men don't need help, and for me that's sad. So challenges that men face in marriage, which are usually not talked about, is what we are discussing today. So if you're watching me, you might be a man, married or single, or not a man, but you want to learn one or two things from here. I actually spoke last night in an event on this same topic, and in fact that was how I got the topic idea, and it was such a 1 hour 30 minutes whole lot of conversation that was just emotional and eye-opening for those who listen to me. And I felt that why not, let's talk about it right here. So if you're in to know what are the major challenges married men have in marriages, then don't go anywhere. Right, welcome back for this conversation. First of all, let me attempt a definition of the way I understand marriage, right? So for me, the core of marriage is that it's a human dynamic institution that has to involve humans who agree, first of all, to open up to themselves, accept each other, and make the rest of their life count by supporting each other. If that makes sense to you, then let's move on and see why I feel that the foundation and the core outcome of marriage depends on what I call the big C. And now, in this case, I'll call it the OC. The big C is communication. Now, OC is further what I call open communication. I mean, you can be communicating, but you might still have certain things you're not disclosing, right? But in marriage, it has to be OC. It has to be open communication. And see, trust me, that's my theory, and I've seen it work over and over again. You cannot be interested in yourself too much, invest so much in yourself that you have things you want to keep away from your partner and still want to succeed in marriage. Talk about eating your cake and having it. Nothing like that will work. And that's why marriage have not succeeded, because people both align to a particular religion, status, all that. It aligns when two people first of all agree to and accept each other and then decide to support themselves for the rest of their lives. Now, marriage is an institution that we decide to get into. By default, we are all born single. So if you're single, kudos to you. Nothing is wrong with you. No matter how much you think maybe you are delayed and all of that, we are firstborn by default single. Every one of us, even triplets, twins, and the rest. Marriage is just that point we get to and decide, oh, we need somebody else on our boat to ride together for the rest of our life. So if you're going to make that decision at all, you better listen to me tonight. Okay, now open communication is something that a lot of people have not gotten into, and for me that is the base of intimacy. People think intimacy is all of the whole bedmatics and stuff. No way. Open communication is that naked and not ashamed kind of being, and trust me, is a beautiful, lively, open-ended, fun place to be. Trust me. And um when I was speaking last night, it was such an interesting conversation we had. The name of the organization is the Right Fit Marriage Academy, and the owner or the convener of that platform is a woman who has been married for over 35 years, right? And it was such a huge honor, because for me, I was speaking to a group that had 16,000 members. So you can imagine my joy when I was the first invited, and then when it ended on such a good note, and the woman had to say, even me myself, I have such revelations that I never thought, I didn't know. Okay, and why not? You're in my community here on YouTube, and that's why I want to give, let's rub minds around this. First of all, the first challenge I see men have in relationship, or rather in their marriage, is first of all the choice they make. Now, choosing the wife to marry is so key. You can't somersault, you can't skip it, you can't do it anyhow, you can't do it sentimentally. Now, what is wrong with the choice most people make? Most people make choices on the surface level, and that's dangerous. We see all of that a lot in our society, and trust me, we should get over that already. Now, when you make a choice that is determined by peer pressure, okay, guys, so if that choice is made because the guys said the girl is good, or family said the girl is good, and he's not entirely so a person who is aligned with your values, your life, where you're going to, then it becomes a problem, right? And of course, the kind of men who get into this place, which are mostly a lot of men, are there because first of all they haven't had a self-awareness. There's no self-discovery. They don't know what it is that they are alive, what what makes them come alive. They don't know yet what it is about life beyond just making money, hustling, providing stuff, that is accrued to their lives, right? Now, the next stage becomes the confusion stage, because at the time you get married to this woman, this girl, and then three things happen in the settling in stage. Maybe it's after the wedding or stuff or moving in. Then three things happen. Three kind of men emerge from this category, right? The first ones are the ones who become unsettled about what to do next with this person, this whole human, this powerful gender who is now their wives. They are at loss what exactly to do as a husband, as a lover, and as a soon-to-be father. And then you see them first of all begin to try to usurp authority on her, to say, oh, the communication become breached. They begin to be bossy, become unreachable, just because they're trying to assert themselves and say, oh, so this is the rule here, this is how not to deal with me, indirectly. And they can even become abusive just because they are just getting to know who they got married to, right? And that is late because you guys are already tied in nuptials. So that's a dangerous place to be. The second kind of men who emerge from this kind of situation become withdrawn totally. Like, they focus on something. Maybe if it's their job, they begin to focus on their job, put extra hours into their job and hanging out with the boys, dreading coming home, and then communication of course has broken down, and they stay in this cycle. And trust me, they don't even mention it to even their closest friends, most of them. And trust me, this withdrawal can lead to total chaos. They can lose their wife in the process, in the sense of emotionally or otherwise. The third category of people that emerge from this kind of situation, despite the fact that they just married somebody who they may not have connected with their values, are the people that I really, really love. People who take an extra effort to say, okay, right now we are here, so it's time to communicate, to synchronize our life, to talk about what we like, we don't like, to learn to tolerate until we can become one, right? Now, those are the kind of things that happen. So make sure that before you decide who you want to get married to, you know exactly who you are first. The second challenge that most men have in a marriage is insecurity. Yeah, it can come about by a lot of things. Now, we have a society that is highly hyper feminine, right? All over the world, women issues are at the forefront. Everything women are given first regard. Support from women are huge, and a lot of men are at a loss on how to manage this kind of phenomenon, right? So most men who have not taken time to rethink, to reinvent themselves, study, understand themselves, carve their niche, be masculine for themselves, not what society accrues sometimes as masculinity, may be at loss at what to do with women in general. So their wife now fall into that category. Then they become insecure. They begin to wonder if what she's doing becomes suspicious, if she has a, a, um, a successful career. They might try to look for ways to make her leave the job, or make her just less. They feel that that is how to assert the authority as a man in a world where what being a man is not defined, right, or is defined by all the harsh things, all the frustrations and all the anger. It becomes really dicey. Another issue that can pose as insecurity is, being when a man doesn't know how, then you bring a woman who has, most women have developed themselves to a lot business wise. They can multitask, they can handle home, and the man begins to feel like, am I really a member of this family? Right? He discovered that he might not even have a lot. She might not be consulting him on a lot of things, especially when she has tried over and over and he doesn't come up with any outcome. A lot of men are in that place where they are not sure exactly what to do with their wives. right? And there are lots of other things that can bring insecurity, trust me. Now, sexuality, that is another one. He discovered that, oh my God, I'm not, I might not be the best man, I might not be doing it. Oh, I have a problem in that department. Then they begin to, instead of seeking help and communicating to find solutions together, they want to, evade it. They want to, make the woman feel like, it's your problem. I'm not involved in this. Don't disturb me. And then that's a huge problem. The next challenge that most men have in marriage is ability to live to cleave. Living to cleave is the point where we will have a break today. I'll bring you the part 2 of this, what challenges that men face in marriage. Do subscribe to this video, click the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my videos, right? See you again in my next video, right?